Hey y'all, it's Nika. um, I didn't want to be inside. I wanted to be outside today. It's really messy in there. It's only me and Maya. I'm looking around cause I feel weird doing this, but it is what it. Oh, let me tell you what happened with the boy in the beginning of the other video story, whatever, the little gas station shit. So after that shit happened, the next day, I took my dumb ass back around there. You're right, I did. I went to go hang out with him again. And I knew someone was coming. I got too much shit going on in my head. Let me calm down. And let me start. Okay, so this story is not the full story, but this story has a lot, everything to do with what happened yesterday. Because this nigga real sneaky. He real sneaky, always doing conniving shit on the low. Like, we driving my car. I come there on E. He gonna make sure I leave on E. Like, if we go somewhere and stuff, he'll put gas for us to go and come back. Then when I'm like, bro, I need gas. Like, what the fuck? Like, he'll do conniving ass shit like that. He be doing conniving shit, but I could never catch him. I'm always the one that look crazy because it's like, how can you say somebody being conniving because they put gas in technically. You get what I'm saying? But I could peep when he do it because he when he fun to do it because he get a smirk on his face. I'm like, I always see it. And I'm like, he gonna do something conniving. One time, he couldn't find his wallet. No, he couldn't find his card. Like, it's like a whole bunch of funny shit he be doing. We just came from, I guess because he got paid for everything, but bitch, it's your fault I gotta drive. If it was in your car, you would still have to put gas any motherfucking ways. That's the weird part. So, anyways, so I could never catch him. But yesterday, well, not yesterday, the day before, because this happened yesterday. But the other video, I caught him and I was able to use it and I was so happy. So, boom. I'm just going to say the little excerpt. So, like, I'm spiritual and stuff like that. I believe in God and stuff, but my ancestors, my angels, all of them walk with me or whatever. And so, like, I be getting messages, like, for me and stuff like that. But if other people come, like, in my energy, I be minding my business, like, watching or reading and stuff. And then, boom, I'll pick up somebody else and I'm like, what kind of fuck shit is, what's going on here? So, that's what be happening with me and him. But with me and him, I was watching our relationship in the cars. I was watching it because he was funny and stuff. He was living with a whole bunch of group of people and was just sitting and talking shit about me all day. Fake as fuck, phony as fuck. Like, that's how that, and I could never catch him. Like, he'll be real sly with it, slick with it. One time, this how I knew it was true. One time, I told one of the roommates, I said hi. He said, I had never spoke to this man a day in my life. I'm like, And then he's standing right there, because we on the outside of the car. He's standing right there. And I'm on the phone with me. I like, let me get off this phone. And I said, you ain't like blah, blah, blah. He was like, oh, you making stuff up. Like, you're imagining stuff. I like, so you ain't hear this man say, to me, and I never met him a day in my life. He like, oh, he ain't do that. I like, but I see, when he did it, I looked at him. I looked at him from the corner of my eyes. He was looking at me. He turned his, like, I see, and I'm like, what the fuck? I could never catch him. But yesterday, in that other story, what happened at the gas station, I was able to catch him. And this is how it happened. Like, well, okay, let me tell you this shit. Okay, so, like, not a long time ago, but when we first kind of started talking, before I was getting tea on our relationship, this is when I realized, I could pick up on what the fuck is going on here. Okay, so boom, like, I get out of nowhere reading and stuff. Cause my moon and his sun is the same thing. So when it come to me, I'm like, this ain't my shit. What the fuck? This somebody else shit. And that's exactly what happened. So we were hanging out, whatever, and then boom. the lady said, oh, so he on the phone one day and he snapping. No, he laughing, like he laughing, conniving type shit. And I hear he on the phone, and then like he was being conniving to the brother in jail with the brother that's out here. So him and the brother was being conniving to the brother in jail, and they were laughing about it. And then like he ain't saying that at first. So like, cause we were hanging out every day. So this happened in the span of 3 days. So then on the second day, he's still laughing about it, and he come and tell me like he talking about it. Third day, I'm like, whatever. Now we ain't talking about it, but it's just like fourth day, I got the message. It was like, oh, and your brother coming. Your brother's getting out of jail. Da da da. My brother, I ain't got no brothers in fucking jail. And that's when I'm like, oh. So I went and I told him. I said, your brother getting out of jail. He acted like he didn't hear me. I said, they told me your brother getting out of jail. He like, who told you? I said, the cards, whatever. He ain't say who told me. He was just like acting like he was in his phone, acting like he don't hear me. I'm like, all right. And then like I'll say 2 days later, I kept on saying it. I kept on saying, he just kept on ignoring me. And then like 2 days later, the brother called. The brother was like, yeah, but nigga finna get out of jail. I was like, and that's when I started like listening to what's going on, and he talking about me and stuff. But I still could. But I should have known if the cards was able to say that. The cards is telling the truth. But like, I don't know. I'm just gotta see it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still hanging out with him, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And then I had to start hanging out with him because he did some funny stuff. I don't even want to talk about that shit. I'll probably talk about that. That's a whole different. In every relationship I'm in, there's a spiritual side, and then there's the 3D side. And right now, this is the spiritual side. So I started hanging out with him or whatever. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to say why, but it wasn't for sex. I was not fucking that man. And it wasn't for money. Just because I didn't want to spend my money. And then, I don't know, like, I did like him. I did like him. But he was just like really weird, so I stopped fucking with him. And then I was like, okay, let me talk to him. Was it Easter? It just recently happened. Was it Easter? It was some holiday. It was Easter. And I'm like, I'm gonna go see him. Whatever. And I want to see him or whatever. And that's when that gas station shit happened. And I was like, this nigga weird. I was like, this nigga weird. Just always doing weird stuff. And then that's when that's when we went to go hang out. We went to the lake. I went to the lake. And then I was going to the lake. He said something. And I started putting him in his place. And then that's when I was like, oh, because I just started channeling. And I was like, oh, and by the way, is you messing with 2 friends? He ain't say nothing. And I was like, I don't care. I don't care if you is or if you ain't. But I already know you not messing with them no more because you're fucking 2 friends and they found out. They fucking 2. It says something. They were fucking 2. Oh, it's fine. You were fucking 2 friends and they found out. And then when they found out, you left the mess. And he was just quiet. I said, them hoes coming back to fuck your ass up. I don't know how, but they coming back. They not coming as a team. They come individually to fuck your ass up. And he ain't say nothing. And then that's when I was like, you need to be. I was just like, what I said? I said, and then that's when I got pissed off because it's like, why is his messages coming to me? The fuck? Because he's spiritual too, but he ignoring it. And I was all like, and that's when I started, because all that shit just came out of nowhere. Like, it just started coming out of my mouth. So, all all this shit, all this, I just thought of saying this. I want to say, I don't want to say what I don't want to say it. Okay, so I'm going to say it. His sun sign is my crush's rising and moon sign. So I didn't know who fucking story it was. That's why I didn't say nothing at first. But then when I said it to him and he said, it's his fucking story. And then that's when I said, yo, I was like, for me to be getting your messages, that means you could hear them, you just choosing not to hear them. And you're like, hear what? Hear it, trying to be funny. Because if you spiritual, you'll know hear what. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll know. And I you don't listen to the inside. You don't listen to the inside, deep down inside. Oh, I said, no, you don't. I said, remember what you did at the gas station? Oh, we talked about that shit. My bad. This how all that shit started. I was like, oh yeah, because I called him funny. Oh, my bad. So I called him funny. He like, how I'm funny. And then that's when I was like, because of that shit, that stunt you put at the gas station and stuff. And then that's when what happened? I was like, that stunt you put at the gas station and stuff like that. That's funny. He was like, oh, because I didn't know if you was finna go tell her now. Bitch, if somebody give me something after if you would have put me up on game, we wouldn't have been able to sit there for dude to come. You know what I'm saying? If you would have said whatever, he talking about, oh, I thought, go give him what? Why would I? You put it in my hand already. That was your fuck up. And I asked dude, he was like, and I was like, okay. And I came in the car and I sat my ass here. He was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, she just gonna sit here and let dude, then I sit here and come up. But you ain't say nothing. I was genuinely confused when it happened. I was like, yo, if this shit happened to me like this, I need to change my lifestyle. Like, this is horrible. Like, how can I mix that up? Like, what the fuck? I felt crazy. And that nigga sat there and let me feel crazy. And when I said that to him, I told him I felt crazy. He just put his head back. Like, you don't understand. Everything you do have consequences. Everything you do. And then that's when after I started spazzing about that, 4 o'clock. After I started spazzing on him about that, that's when I said, oh, and by the way. And I said, oh, and by the way, like, and then that's when it came to me. Once I said all of that, and then I said all that, that's when it came to me, and I was like, yo, damn, I finally caught him. I was like, I finally caught you. I like, you always been petty, you always doing this, you always doing that, and I could never catch you. I caught your ass at the gas station. I ain't going back. And then I 13. I always had to drive. Well, that's that.